Baseball has always been called America's pastime, a game woven into the fabric of the country. But for millions of people, baseball also became something else: slow, predictable, and in many ways, boring. Empty stadiums, yawning fans, kids glued to their phones instead of the field. For years, the sport's biggest challenge wasn't competition from other leagues, it was competition from attention spans. But what if someone dared to flip the script? What if the game itself could be torn apart and rebuilt into something wild, chaotic, and irresistible? That's exactly what happened in a little town in Georgia when one man in a yellow tuxedo decided to break every single rule baseball had ever known. This is the story of Banana Ball, and how the Savannah Bananas turned a fading tradition into one of the loudest, craziest, and most unforgettable shows on earth. The story begins not with a millionaire owner or a famous athlete, but with a man named Jesse Cole. Jesse was just a kid from Massachusetts who loved the Red Sox and dreamed of pitching under the lights at Fenway Park. Like so many young athletes, he chased that dream with every ounce of his energy until an injury snatched it away. His playing career was over before it began. He could have walked away bitter, but Jesse wasn't finished with baseball. Instead, he became a coach. And one night, sitting in a dugout, he felt something that changed his life. He realized he was bored. The game he loved had become stale. If he was bored, then how many fans in the stands were bored too? In that single moment, he made a decision. If baseball couldn't entertain, he would reinvent it until it did. At first, his ideas sounded crazy. Working for a struggling summer league team called the Grizzlies, Jesse introduced dancing players, choreographed routines, and wacky antics between innings. People laughed, but slowly the stands began to fill. That's also where Jesse met Emily, a young woman who saw him teaching grown men how to moonwalk on the field and thought, "That's the man for me." They built not just a team, but a life together. And when the chance came to start fresh in Savannah, Georgia, they went all in. The new team needed a name, something unforgettable. They chose the Savannah Bananas. And from the very beginning, the mission was simple: entertain at all costs. If you think Jesse just added a few gimmicks, you're wrong. He rewrote the game itself. He called it Banana Ball, and it flipped tradition upside down. In Major League Baseball, a walk is uneventful. In Banana Ball, a walk becomes a sprint, where chaos erupts as fielders scramble to touch the ball before the runner reaches base. In the majors, bunts are part of the strategy. In Banana Ball, bunting is banned. You try it, you're out. Time limits? MLB has none. Banana Ball games are capped at 2 hours flat. And the craziest rule of all, if a fan catches a foul ball, the batter is out. Suddenly, the crowd wasn't just watching the game. They were inside it. Every person holding a glove in the stands became part of the action. But rules alone don't pack stadiums. Showmanship does. From the moment fans line up outside, the Bananas blur the line between sports and spectacle. Imagine arriving early and finding the players already outside the gates, dancing with kids and leading sing-alongs before the doors even open. Inside, the entertainment never stops. The Banana Nanas, grandmothers in cheer uniforms, shake pom-poms with the energy of teenagers. The Man Nanas, middle-aged dads in ridiculous costumes, bring comedy to the sidelines. The umpires dance, the players break into choreographed TikTok routines mid-game, and sometimes, yes, a batter will step into the box on stilts. It's baseball, Broadway, and the Harlem Globetrotters rolled into one, and fans can't get enough. Behind the madness, though, are very human stories. For the players, banana ball is more than entertainment. It's a second chance. Many of them once dreamed of major league glory. Some got close, only to be cut and left wondering what was next. Take Dakota Albritton, who had left baseball behind to work construction. His mum signed him up for a bananas tryout and casually mentioned he could walk on stilts. Dakota hadn't done it in a decade, but he strapped on a pair, walked into the batter's box, and stunned everyone by hitting a ball while 10 feet tall. Or Robert Anthony Cruz, Rack, who once signed with the Washington Nationals, only to be released a year later. Devastated, he thought his career was done. With the bananas, he rediscovered joy. For players like them, banana ball wasn't just silly entertainment. It was redemption. It was proof that baseball could still love them back. And then came the crowds. At first, it was Savannah locals curious about this circus-like team, but word spread. Videos went viral on TikTok, racking up millions of views. People who never cared about baseball suddenly found themselves glued to their screens, laughing at trick plays and wild celebrations. By 2022, the bananas weren't just a novelty. They were a phenomenon. Fenway Park, home of the Red Sox, sold out when they played. Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia, 45,000 screaming fans packed inside. In one season, they sold out 6 major league stadiums, something even MLB itself sometimes fails to do. Online, their following exploded. On TikTok, they surpassed the combined followers of all 12 major league playoff teams. Think about that. One independent team outshined the entire sport online. Part of their success comes from the way Jesse runs the business. While Major League Baseball raises ticket prices and locks content behind expensive paywalls, the bananas keep it simple. Tickets never go above $60, and every game includes food. Games stream free on YouTube. No hidden fees, no corporate greed, just pure fan service. Families drive hours, sometimes entire days, just to see one game. Kids show up dressed in banana costumes. Fans camp outside the stadium just to be first in line. The bananas built not just a brand, but a community. Of course, not everyone is a fan. Traditionalists argue that banana ball disrespects the purity of baseball. Longtime writers roll their eyes and call it ridiculous. One even described it as the stupidest thing I've ever seen, but then admitted, I loved it. Jesse welcomes the criticism. In his eyes, if you're not being criticized, you're playing it too safe. And he's not wrong. For years, Major League Baseball has struggled to attract younger fans. Games drag late into the night, filled with pauses, mound visits, and endless commercials. The bananas cut all of that away and prove that baseball can still capture attention if you're willing to take risks. For the players, the rewards are real. While minor leaguers often struggle on salaries barely above minimum wage, banana ball players earn full contracts with better pay and better treatment. They aren't just athletes, they're performers. Every afternoon they rehearse dances and choreographed routines, practicing the night's show before the first pitch. By the time they hit the field, they're not just ball players, they're entertainers. And when the lights come on and the crowd roars, they get to do something most athletes never experience. They get to make people laugh as much as they make them cheer. The growth has been unstoppable. What began as a single team in Savannah has now become a full banana ball league. Alongside the bananas are their arch rivals, the party animals, and new teams are being added. In 2024, the league announced games in 17 Major League ballparks and even inside NFL stadiums. Every single ticket already sold out. Families buy them months in advance. Fans trade them online like gold. The demand is unbelievable. Banana Ball is no longer a quirky sideshow. It's a nationwide tour, and it's selling out faster than anything baseball has seen in decades. In the end, the Savannah Bananas aren't just about breaking rules or going viral. They're about reimagining what a sport can mean to people. For Jesse, it was about giving fans joy again, about creating a place where no one ever felt bored. For the players, it was about reclaiming their dreams and finding a stage that celebrated them not just as athletes, but as humans. And for the fans, young, old, die-hard or casual, it became about community, laughter, and memories that last forever. Baseball will always have its purists, its 9-inning games, and its timeless traditions. But Banana Ball has proven something powerful. When you dare to be different, you can breathe new life into even the oldest traditions. Some call it silly, some call it stupid. But for millions of people screaming, dancing, and laughing in sold-out stadiums, it's pure magic. So the next time you think baseball is boring, remember the yellow tuxedo, the grandmothers dancing, the 10-foot batter on stilts, and the fans catching foul balls for outs. Because that's not just baseball anymore. That's Banana Ball. And maybe, just maybe, it's the future.